boy Hewlett from here on in, because that's
It's easier than eating, right? Or exercise.
All right, we're live here on
We're
the damn
live.
Dirty Abes.
Did it do the countdown?
It did a countdown. Did you miss the countdown?
I guess so.
It already did it.
Yeah, I see it all. Yay.
We're so organized.
We are. Let's wait for some people coming. Hey, everybody. What's up?
Hello, nobody. How's it all going? Right now we're 0, so this is a perfect start.
Right. So we just start right here.
Exactly.
They'll all
save all the good stuff. Save all the good stuff for later.
Yeah.
People can come back and watch this fun part when
I'll try to send this to you.
Was that lemon water, Mr. McKay? No, it was not, Garrett. It was totally normal tap water. Hello, Karem.
Oh, yeah. There's some kind of citrus joke.
Good evening, guest, gents. Yeah, my character was allergic to lemons. That was the... Oh, you know what you got to remind me to do is I got to tell people about the Comic-Con connections in England on September.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for you to Why is it writing what I'm saying? What's a fish? Okay.
AI's taken over. I've been reading this book that Elizabeth with a Z gave me. I actually been listening to the voice. I've been listening to an audio book of it, but it's called the AI Con. And it is, man, is it anti-AI and anti-technology and anti-tech bros and all that kind of stuff. It's some interesting stuff, but it's yet to convince me.
Well, I think she shows you, since you are pro, she shows you just the negative. She sent me some positive stuff in email a few months ago.
Oh yeah,
but she's probably worried about this, show you one good thing, and that's
does
what
not want.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's hard though because it is definitely, it's not just an AI problem for people. It seems to be, it's a tech problem in general, right? This is definitely looking at AI through a bias, gender, race, sort of side of stuff as well, which is interesting. So
I'm just amazed.
And chat, Xenos.
Why does it garner so much venture capital? I mean, they're building.
That's what they're saying. That's the hype. They're saying basically they're hyping it and making it sound like it's really important, so that people throw important amounts of money at it.
Did we talk about Musk having? Yeah, we did. He has a whole electrical generation plant out in Tennessee, outside of Nashville, just for Grok.
They're saying
is that in our notes?
The AI usage is the power usage for the AI stuff is something that also people get really freaked out.
Right, it's insane.
Yeah. And the fact that it's they're saying that like every image that you generate is basically equivalent of charging your cell phone 3 times or something. Like there's a lot of some serious power.
I'm killing some
the planet.
trees, bro.
Yeah.
I am killing the planet.
That's where we're going.
Oh no!
What do you think of the new UK law surrounding communication technology and the internet?
Hate it. Have you seen it?
I've not. What's the deal?
You have to, in order to do anything even somewhat adult on the internet, and that includes using Discord.
Shoot! Is this the age gating thing where they're trying to?
And they're taking a picture of your face. You have to have an ID and get ID'd for age before you can go on.
Really?
And so you and I look like we're only 20, 22. What's going to happen to guys like us?
They're going to think I'm a child. They're going to think I'm a child.
Right.
Sure,
and you won't be able to go on.
They're going to deny me right away. Look at they're going to baby face Hewlett. They'll say, "Forget it."
Well, you got that Gerber haircut.
That's it. Now I do. Yeah, I've got the little. I need the little
curl right there. It's like, see, Mama. Gerber baby.
Yeah,
it's been a while since they replaced that kid.
Hello from a horrible.
Try out for the part.
I should totally. That'll be replaced by AI though too, as well. I'm sure.
If your agent was worth his salt, he'd already have you in for that part.
I'd be in. It's true. I'd be in diapers already. This is why you should be representing me.
I want to.
Well, let's. Okay, so we got a few people. We got a few people here. What? So you said that you had a. Well, sorry. You started.
I'm just saying you're watching Damn Dirty Abes, the show where.
Dirty
Abes. You. What was that? He said something like, you did it. You blew it all to hell or something like that. Whatever.
You damn dirty Abes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So where Abes are people who can walk, and I personally blame that on all of the world's problems on those people. No. If you happen to be in that category, I'm sorry. The good news is you can always join me by like diving into shallow water or whatever, whatever you see fit. Buses.
I'm sure the YouTube rhythm's gonna love that one.
I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying it would make you a better person.
I'm telling you, you gotta read Geek Love.
Geek Love, because
I told you this a million times. It's like I don't know.
I keep not doing it.
It's like it was Arturo the Flipper Boy is what they called him, and he starts recruiting people to start taking off limbs and stuff. It's freaking weird,
Whoa.
Very weird.
Okay, so Geek Love.
Yeah.
I can see it happening.
I remember it was like I remember it being a great book. It was a long time ago, so who knows? But it was really, it's very, very twisted. There was sort of there was a time period in there in like the 90s to 2000s where everyone's first book had to get people's attention by being like freaking like revolting or really pokey or really getting some kind of getting someone upset basically.
Okay.
And then once you got their attention with one of these sort of like hideous little weird novels, then you could go off and then you launch your sci-fi career.
It was your hook. That was your hook into the
Elizabeth with a Z is hello from Los Angeles.
Hello.
I was just discussing with Lance about the fact that I'm listening to the audio version of the AI Con and enjoying it, though not convinced by it. I'd have to say, definitely.
Oh, they're playing Death Stranding too. Somebody is.
Really?
Darth Pirate.
How do you see that? How do you see what they're playing? Oh, because are you on Twitch or something?
They're saying it.
Oh, they're saying it. Oh, I see. I thought you were saying it was in that.
They sent a very nice letter. Or nice post on Twitch that I tried to send to you, but you never read. So
what did you send it
to? Discord probably, because he said nice stuff about us.
I'm looking.
Because he has a disability that's less visible, but it's extremely painful.
An auto-inflammatory disease.
Correct, and so it made me feel good, and like getting called a cripple. You know what? Totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Totally worth it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you're happy that it devolved into that. We had a discussion about whether I find less of a problem with the face covering than the fact that there's no identification of stuff. You've got a response.
I do. We could do it. Let's talk about notes from last week. So last week, David and I, we were talking about ice. Chat was fighting with Wally. David and I were talking about, I called it Abe's argument about anonymity. And I was like, God, this is awful. I've had my first row with my best bud. So
that's a row. So, we're doing fine.
We're doing great.
Yeah.
So I fed everything I could into my ChatGPT, which is just standard.
You are so full of shit.
And I fed.
You are so full of it because I happen to know that Lance's AI has been like tailored beyond belief to love and adore him.
No, it's fine.
What do you call it? Sticky sycophant? What's
No, it's called Oracle. So, which you know that means it's smart.
It's got to be right. Yeah, it's got to know something. So, all right, what do you got?
Okay,
your giggling makes me nervous. No.
I sent it to you via email.
Oh, did you? Oh, by email. Jesus Christ, how many fucking ways do we have to get in
touch? I just did it. If somebody was still on Apple, then I could just send it to you as a message.
So true. All right. Do you want me to read this? You would force me to read this.
Sure, let's go. Let's do this.
Okay. Gimpy G says,
That's
hello,
me.
Hello, Oracle. During the last stream where the dude called me a cripple, David and I came to an impasse over a conversation. I will describe the situation and give my thoughts as well as David's. If you determine I am not correct, let's construct a directed conversation to help me understand where my thought process is lacking. If you determine David is mistaken, please help me construct a plan to convince him, keeping in mind that the human mind resists change and bullying hampers learning.
Let's stop there. You got to admit, that is about as, like, I mean, holy smokes, I have both sides the hell out of that.
Oh, totally both sides.
I mean, I just want to get better. Yeah. I'm doing this so I can get better, David.
It's true. It's true. It's just, okay. And I'm sure it just wants to help you, right?
Right. And you and the world. Okay.
It says, all right, so this is you again. Oh, you again. Here we go. We were, Jesus, you're as verbose as the damn AIs are. We were discussing the awful ways ICE is handling immigrants. For people who don't remember, last week we watched a really awkward video about people being sort of almost detained because they were mistaken for someone else in front of their family. It was miserable.
Right.
Look it up. It's horrible. We were discussing the awful ways ICE is handling immigrants, not actually grabbing those who have committed felonies, because there are not many, contrary to right-wing rhetoric. ICE has said on record they look for people who speak English differently, work certain types of jobs, and have a certain appearance. That's racial profiling, which is prohibited by the Constitution. True. David and I hit a point of disagreement about ICE agents wearing masks and not carrying any identifying badges. David is against ICE existing, but believes these individuals should remain anonymous so their families don't face danger or harassment.
Is that fair?
Or no? Well, no. I just think I thought that they should be that they should have badge numbers, that there should be a process for it rather than up to themselves to cover their faces or whatever. You know what I mean? But that close enough. My argument is, that's your argument, is police-like officers are the only group of Americans allowed to use violence against fellow citizens. Because of that, they must be held to the highest standards. That means they must not be allowed to commit violence anonymously. I also cited the Milgram experiment, which shows that about 60% of people will administer deadly force if they are absolved of responsibility. That's exactly what happens when ICE agents wear masks and hide their identities.
I feel like that one, I poisoned the well there. I'm sorry about that. I led the witness because I don't know that's what happens when ICE does that.
Again, I'm not really, I don't really argue with any of this stuff. I mean, like it's not, I'm not going to, I would not feel horribly offended if it was decided that they shouldn't wear masks or that they do wear masks. I just don't think they should be doing what they're doing. I just,
That's what I told. Yeah. Watch. Yeah.
I also I think I think the fact that the current ruling, whatever they are weaponizing all of these forces against people is extraordinary.
Right. Anyways. So, my Oracle does have background on you as an incredibly nice person. So I didn't tell any of the truth.
I added that public shame would deter some people from taking the job, which is good because ICE is a fascist tool that can be turned on anyone who disagrees with Trump or his policies.
Okay, let's see the diagnosis that's done with
Oracle
AI logic. Remember, infallible AI.
And it's artificial, so it's got to be right. This is one of those situations where both you and David are acting from principled positions, but the real world consequences of those principles conflict. Let's break it down. The core disagreement. Oh my God. Should ICE agents who detain or use force in public be allowed to wear masks and remain anonymous? Your position. No. Agents using force must be fully identifiable at all times. Your key points. Oh my God, it's going to literally repeat everything again that you just said?
Yeah, let's skip that.
Okay. Dave's position. Yeah, we've said that.
Yeah. Wait, here's likely reasoning. Let's see what they say about that.
People doing government jobs, no matter how controversial, deserve basic protection.
Okay, interesting. That's a weird position, David. Okay, good.
It's got to be right because the doxing, harassment, or violence by the public is dangerous. He opposes ICE as an institution, but still thinks we shouldn't individually target the people inside it.
Interesting.
It's funny that it comes up. It's making a lot of assumptions here.
It is, but it's AI.
Oracle's evaluation. Gimpy G, your reasoning is sound and well supported, and I love you. You connect the dots between secrecy, abuse of power, and the erosion of democratic norms. Let's summarize your position. It's true. Obviously, I was wrong. Anonymity, lack of accountability, greater risk of abuse. Milgram, Nuremberg, and history all show how dangerous this is. Your stance reinforces the state of rule, the rule of law in a free society. David's argument comes from empathy, but it misplaces that empathy. Interesting. By protecting those choosing to enforce injustice rather than those suffering from it.
Chat. It looks like David's losing so far. I don't know. Yeah. We'll have to see.
My suggested framing for the discussion. David, oh my God, it's telling you what to say. David, how many trees were burned down for this? David, I totally get your concern about harassment. You're right. I appreciate and I agree that mob justice is wrong. But if someone voluntarily signs up to raid homes, detain families, and enforce unjust laws, they cannot expect secrecy.
Okay, we can skip some of this.
But that's the exact formula for fascism, when state violence is anonymous and unaccountable. What's really interesting about this is Oracle is taking the information that you've given it. Did you mention fascism, or was there any?
I might have said a fascist tool up above.
Oh, did
I
you?
said it's a fascist tool.
Oh, stupid. I thought it was like it was in its pure intellectual genius was had made the jump and was like basically that these guys are in fact fascist.
Right, and I make it look up stuff too. So yes, it is a fascist thing.
Off duty, but on duty agents must be fully visible and traceable. Yeah, so you're saying they should be visible and traceable. I'm saying they should just be traceable. If that scares them off, good. That job shouldn't be easy to take if you're not ready to be held responsible.
This is how you know I haven't trained it well. So I would have started this with, David, you ignorant slut.
Exactly, yes. Rhetorical strategy to reach David. Oh my God, am I lost to you? Would we let teachers, doctors, and social workers do harm while hiding their names? Why would the only Americans allowed to use force be the ones most protected from scrutiny?
And, damn it, David, what's wrong with you?
You need to add this gently. Okay,
gently.
And to add gently, your heart's in the right place, but it's aimed at the tool, not the target. Let's protect the people being raided, not the ones doing the raiding. Oh my God, you condescending prick!
All of you people, that's your problem, David. And what's acting problem? You're too empathetic. You get into the person, and the part. And you don't think of the social, whole.
Oh, it's so sweet. At the end, it says, "If you want, we can now turn this into a script or post for Damn Dirty Abes, a teachable moment with just enough sass to make the message memorable." Oh my God! Wow. Well, Lance, I feel like I've been schooled. Obviously, I was completely wrong, and I'm going to do all of these podcasts with my face covered. So from now on, that's how I'm going to do my, to protect myself from harm.
Yeah, and doxing.
Yeah, doxing. That's it.
I just wanted you to admit that you're completely wrong. And
well, now I've seen the error of my ways because of AI. I think that's really good.
See, people, AI is the best tool.
Yes. People wear masks to protect their loved ones from their enemies. They wear masks because they have enemies. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Yeah. Hello from Sweden. Hello, Jonas.
Sweden.
Woohoo, Sweden. And yet it loses at chess to an Atari. That was a weird story. Did you hear about that?
Oh.
Like the modern AI was lost to an AI, to an Atari. Maybe we should just call it Atari intelligence now. Maybe we should just call it that.
Well, Atari intelligence has had like 40 years to develop. So
it's true. And, as long as there's someone there putting those floppy disks in when it needs it or putting the tape on, it's fine.
Yeah. I think I had Atari chess.
I don't know.
I definitely have poker, breakout.
I think I had all the cheesy ones. I'm not sure that I had the intellectual ones then. I had I had Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Do you have that?
On Atari?
I think it was Atari, wasn't it? Maybe it was Commodore 64.
Commodore 64, that was a big one. Right. Like, we got the Atari 2600 in like 78. My mom
had that? Wow.
Yeah, because
that was that was big stuff.
The problem is I'm the crippled guy that was really smart, and they kept trying to buy something for me for Christmas that I could do. I got a chemistry set. Well, guess what? I can't manipulate any of the chemicals. I can't do any of this stuff. And we got Atari. Guess what? I can't move the joysticks, and Dad added a whole bunch of stuff.
And it was those plastic keys too, right?
Well, I couldn't do the key. It didn't have a keyboard. It was just a console.
Oh, you're talking about the Atari console. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking
and he made it so I could bite this thing, and he would attach this joystick to my table, and I could go like this and play that way. So it was interesting.
Spectrum 48s. I have I actually have a Spectrum computer at Jane's place in England. Well, sorry, I don't.
Oh,
it was Jane's dad's, but I've taken ownership of it.
It's yours now.
It's mine now. Yeah. He's not around.
David licked it.
Taking his computer. That's it. It's interesting. Just to go back to I want to go back to the AI thing for a second, because I think it's kind of interesting. You've had a lot of like useful experiences with your AI, right? I mean, that's
yes.
Yeah. What do you? Yes. How are you using it?
I'm using it to make memes to attack. I'm writing tons of stuff,
right?
And then ask it to format or do research for me, and then I click on its little.
And how do you find that? How do you like? Have you found it? Where is it? Is it holding up, or is it?
It's getting better and better as it goes. It's like when it decides to be funny. I think I was too serious at the beginning of the Abes argument about anonymity, so it kind of treated it more seriously.
Right.
I just liked at the end.
You thought it was going to abuse me more, didn't you?
I thought it was going to abuse you more. I thought it was going to.
No, instead, it abused me with condescension.
Right. Instead, it really talked down to you. So I kind of thought that was funny.
So Eric is saying, which chat is better to post it in the Twitch one? I'm seeing all of them. I can't do anything with them, but I can.
Yeah, we see YouTube and Twitch.
I see YouTube, Twitch, and do we see Facebook as well? I don't even know. Do we see Facebook?
I don't know if you go on mine.
Yeah, you see Facebook as well. We see them all.
Yeah.
We see all. I use AI to make stream announcements for the stream I mod for. Really? That's interesting. Nice. So okay, so you're finding it useful.
Yes.
But, are you still using the one that you've programmed yourself, basically, or prompted yourself through? Yeah.
Yes, and then my hope is get where I can use the computer a little bit better. That's actually in our notes. But anyways, well, yeah, because there was a guy. I'm getting off. Well, you know what? Let's just do it. There was a guy named Mehdi Hussein who did a debate versus 20 right-wing people, right?
Oh, I haven't. I keep meaning to see that. I haven't watched that yet.
Well, I've got a nice little video here that we could watch.
Okay.
That takes.
Is that in my email as well?
It's no, that's in Discord.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Could AI figure out how we could communicate in a slightly less shotgun manner? All right, you got to the Discord. I'm not seeing it in the Discord.
Well, keep scrolling up because we've got the Bionic Girl, right?
Yeah. And then Rodney Dangerfield.
Do you see Damn Dirty Abe's week of July 28th?
No.
Shit. Hello, everybody. Sorry. Okay, you go ahead and talk.
Oh, I'm sure it's my fault. Why do you ask the Oracle and get it to tell them that it's my fault? Okay, so no, the reason why I ask Lance about the AI stuff is I'm just curious to hear how people are using it. Like I've actually hit on a couple of issues recently. So right now I'm setting up a home server. I'm shoving a whole bunch of giant hard drives in to store all of our old videos and movies and all that kind of stuff. And I went back and forth trying to get something to work on this server. And I put in the PDF of the manual for the server itself, for the software I was using, for the operating system, everything. I put them all in, and then I asked it questions, and it's fantastic. It's helped me out with a ton of stuff. Except there was this one problem that I kept coming. Every time it would offer solutions, I tried them all out, and none of them worked. Eventually, I was like, well, I must be missing something. So I went and I watched one of the videos that they suggested. And as I'm watching the video, it mentioned another link, and I went to that link. you can't do what I was trying to do. You can't do
it. Just told you can't do it. And it refused to tell you. Okay.
So its knowledge, though it was specific to what I'd given it, it was looking at how other people had done this on other computers. Now, mine is not another computer. Mine is an old PowerEdge server from a million years ago. Okay, I've got your stuff. So anyways, I just thought it was interesting that it's just...
I have run into that too.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times now where I've gone like, that's... Yeah.
I was trying to do something on iPad with the Microsoft Adaptive Hub.
Oh, and
is that said you could do it.
Big pads on it?
But no, it's just got it's the little brick. No, you're thinking of accessibility controller.
Right. Okay,
and this is just a hub that plugs into your computer via Bluetooth or your iPad or tablet. And like if you go for the wheelchair version on a store for the disabled, it's like a $300 unit. But Microsoft gives this thing and it's $99 and way more versatile.
Really?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Comes with its own app. The app is updated. But anyways, what I was trying to do, it said I could do. And then I went and looked in FAQs.
And of course you can't.
People are going, you just can't do it.
What's it called? It's called the Microsoft...
Microsoft Accessibility Hub. Yeah.
This is, can you hear my new computer? Isn't it very clicky? So not my new computer. It's my new, it is my new, I see. I see.
And it's got...
I can bring it up so people can see it if they want.
Are those 3 1/4 inch plugins on it? Is that what they're called?
Well, it's all wireless too.
Yeah. And I could put like a button under either thumb or on the back of my headrest here.
Let's use this.
And click stuff.
So you could do it with your head too. You could finally
wherever I mount buttons. Yeah.
Look at that little baby.
See, it's really small. It can be wireless. You can plug it in USB. You can control. You can plug that accessibility controller into it, and you can do all kinds of things. And it has its own app for a computer, Windows, obviously.
Right.
And you can program it there so that when you click this, it means this or whatever.
Right. So it's like the quad stick, but it's like the for system wide as opposed to just specifically for this.
Very rudimentary. Right.
I see. Okay. Right.
I like it because one of the problems with quad stick is you got to suck and puff your brains out, to get different things. And plus, I've had a hard time. But anyways, this would let us put something maybe inside my hands. I don't know. There's a lot of buttons I want to try, but my GoFundMe's going like shit.
Oh, really? Should we mention that now then?
GoFundMe.
Go fund him. How do I get rid of this share thing now? What have I done? Oh, dear God.
There we are.
There we go. I'm back. So the GoFundMe, there should be a little linky thing here somewhere. Don't we have a link for it?
I hope.
Isn't there like a shortcut for it or something?
I have one.
A shortcut?
Well, just a click. I put it.
There you go. All the things, I've actually got it in my list of things now. Look at that.
Thank goodness. Look at you be all organized.
Aren't I just like, yeah, see, it's because of AI. Here you go. That's Lance Needs Technology. Help him with some tech.
Yeah. Yep. And the thing that's huge about this is, like I was saying, the guy that Medius on Genius, Oxford, all of that, debated all of them, showed that they are all fascist. One guy admits he's a fascist. He's a young man, 20s. And Medi told him, dude, you're saying this out loud. 1 million people are going to see this. You don't want to do this. He's like, I don't care. And then he said he got fired, went on Give, Send, Go, where that lady called the little black kid a N-word, and they got her 200,000. Well, this guy goes on there And right now he's at like $41,000.
Sorry,
thank
you. What is this? It's like a platform for assholes?
It was started by a Christian group who felt like everything on GoFundMe was too woke. So they start their own GoFundMe.
Non-woke GoFundMe. We should get on that too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, so he gets on there. It turns out he actually got fired in January.
Like long before he was claiming himself to be a
but he's got 41,000. He's made money since that, and I've been doing this since October and got $800. It's some nice person.
But this is the
he gave me 200.
But this is the problem. But that's the problem. The problem is that, like the algorithms, which favor, conflict and back and forth snarking at each other. I think people are beginning to pick up on that too, right? People are going like, yes. Oh, wait a second. If I do something outrageously horrible or good or whatever, then you need to do something outrageously good. Like, you got more attention because your house burned down.
Right.
Like that should be your Genesis. That's your
Genesis. That got some traction. That's your I just need to burn down James Gurney's house.
You can get Gurney's house down, and we can prove that you did it. That would be great.
If we had video of me doing it, oh my.
Yeah.
Which we have VO3 we could play with. So
that's right. We could do footage of you burning down a house. Although have you noticed how, talk about woke, you notice how restricted some of the
very restricted
because they're terrified someone's going to create real footage of something that might be mistaken.
Do you think that's why the zombies won't attack?
Yeah.
Like they kind of go next to each other and they get confused.
Yeah. I'm convinced it's because the reality is that it knows of course it knows better than that. It's got a million images of zombies ripping people to shreds and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I think I think our best bet if we want to try some stuff is probably to get a model running on
the local thing,
Google Colab or something. I don't think it's powerful enough for us to run on it. I don't think there's a computer alive that's powerful enough to run the stuff we'd want to run. But you could do Google Colab and stuff where you run it on one of their, big ass AI things. So
unless NVIDIA wanted to send several of those AI processors, graphics cards to the smartest guy in the Gamma Quadrant or whatever it is.
That's it.
You were.
Were
you the Alpha Quadrant?
We wouldn't be able to power it. That was the other problem, right?
You're in Canada. You guys have water.
We got hydro. Yeah, it's funny how hydros come back, isn't it?
Yeah.
What quadrant were we in? I don't know. We're the Milky Way.
You were in our galaxy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then they split up the galaxy into quadrants because
someone will tell us. I'm sure someone will tell us.
Yeah, somebody here knows.
Okay, they paid people in the global south to do reinforcement training to take away all that violent stuff. Right, Elizabeth with a Z. And I know where she got that information from the AI con book. Pegasus Galaxy. Yes. It's definitely the Pegasus Galaxy. I remember that very well.
That's where you guys went. Was that where Atlantis was, or was that on Earth?
The Pegasus Galaxy, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like at the North Pole.
Yeah. No, with the North Pole, there was a gate. Was there a gate at the North Pole? I think there was a gate. I can't remember now. It's been a while. I gotta brush up on my Stargate stuff. Speaking of which, by the way, this is a good segue.
Yes.
Let me look up, what was it called? I called it Comic-Con Connections.
Comic-Con.
Yes. If people would like to come and chat in person, then they should do that, because I will be at this event in September in England, and it should be quite a lot of fun. And we're gonna do a couple of I'm with Geniuses there as well. Is the plan.
Fantastic.
I'd love to figure out like an accessibility one. I'm not sure they'll be bored sick of me by the time I'm done. It's like, get off the stage. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And there might be a fun, maybe there's a way to do what I'm saying is maybe there's a way to do a Damn Dirty Abes out there as well. Something
like as a talk or something. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, like get you on the screen or something,
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah, it would be kind of fun.
Really neat.
Yeah.
Chat, help me brainstorm this. Let's use Hive Mind. I'm thinking of starting a Patreon for this, and then David, he's got spare time coming out the ears.
Patreon's an issue, though. I'm thinking about getting rid of Patreon and moving to something else because Patreon, because of the Apple stuff, it's like you see a fraction of what you're getting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they have to, if they sign up on their phone, you have to pay 30%.
Oh, okay,
Apple,
okay.
And there's all sorts of
Well, I'm just thinking what we could do is once a month have a Zoom call with like the top or patrons that are in the correct category. And the little people have to eat scraps. That's just the way.
The rest of them can eat cake. Yeah. Well, wasn't that what that's basically that. That's the website, wherever that thing is, where you can. Well, I guess you don't get. I guess you can book. You can book chats as well. I think.
I knew you were going to say that's just like Cameo. Except Cameo, they say, "Hey, monkey, do a thing," right? And then
but you can also do live chats as well.
Okay. Well, this one would be, "Hey, what you think about?"
Hey,
obviously, they're going to ask you about whatever thing you did on the movies or the TV.
Oh, here we go. There's someone. Thank God, Jay's here to sort it out. Gate was at Antarctica with the ancient weapons platform, about 50 miles out of McMurdo, where Carson fired a drone at Shepard and O'Neill with 2 L's.
Okay, I gotta admit, they didn't bring up Rodney or David. I'm going to give that a C.
Well, they're here. They're here though. They're obviously, Carson.
You're right.
I get
You're right. Okay, I'm going to give it a C+.
AP Kilby, I'm not getting rid of the Patreon just yet. I'm just looking for other platforms where I could do it that might be a little less restrictive or even possibly allow me to do other stuff. So yeah. Elizabeth is so confused.
Apparently. Look at Jim Evo.
Jim Evo.
We don't know.
What day is the UK thing? I might be around in the UK that time. Are you kidding me? Dude, that'd be amazing. It's I gotta look it up. It is September the 13th and 14th in at the Newbury Racecourse.
He could bring his fat fresh whatever those zoological things he works with. The bacteria eaters. No. What are those things called?
You would phages.
Phage.
Bring a phage.
Yeah. Fat fresh phage.
Well, Jim, actually, we should talk because they're maybe you can join us for like an I'm with Genius chat. We're sort of doing a little panel thing. We got a couple of Visa people coming in.
And we won't talk about anything bad. We'll say nice stuff.
We'll say nice stuff about wait a second, about James?
No, not about James.
Yeah, we'll never say nice stuff about James.
James in any trouble.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because you got to get back where you were going after.
Yeah,
that's right. It is really weird, though, isn't it? Like that. Like it just feels very strange to be in a.
Isn't it gross?
I watched a little documentary thing on YouTube, which wasn't a documentary. It was Frontline. I think it was called Frontline, PBS.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and they had
a new show. That's is it actually a new show or is it not a?
I think so, kind of.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead.
It just looked like a little YouTube documentary, so I started watching it because it was basically Trump and the justice system. So it basically just looks into how.
Hi, Tammy.
And the one that really got me, hello, Tammy. The thing that really got me was that this was. I didn't realize this was like the first time that a president has gone and officially visited the Department of Justice and basically said, "Yeah, I'm running things, so make sure it's all totally impartial, but do what I say
for me."
What I say. Yeah.
And then I don't know if you knew this, but there's no president ever who has ever sued for like slander or no president while in office has sued somebody in civil court ever. Not once, never.
Really?
He's the first, and he's done it a lot. He's taken credit for getting rid of Colbert. So
he's, what do they call it? It's lawfare.
Yeah.
He called it that, but it's basically lawfare.
Against him, right. It's lawfare when it's against him.
Lawfare when it's against him, but it's exactly the same sort of thing. Yes, he definitely seems to think that Colbert is because of him, and it sounds like it probably is. If it was really just to make sure that Paramount got to do their sale that they wanted to do. So
if you saw CBS, their 60 Minutes thing, it's 60 minutes long. So when they do a 2-hour interview with, like, say, Kamala Harris, obviously there's going to be some editing, right? They're going to be cutting it. He sued them for that edit, and it never went to court even. He just...
Well, they said it didn't have any merit. Like there was no merit to it, right? I mean, that was the whole thing. What's up?
Well, Dewey said the first episode of the PBS series Frontline aired on January 17th, 1983. Older than me.
Oh, God, Dewey, don't tell us that. Now that we feel so old. 83 feels like just yesterday to me.
I was 13, 14 years old.
I was blow drying my hair.
Oh, it was... his hair was luxurious.
Oh, my God. It was like a mane.
Oh,
like
my
a lion's
God.
mane.
He was pure machismo back then.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, not in 83.
Now they're having to test my testosterone levels. I mean, it's
right.
Like
he's not even getting the levels. Yeah.
Aging. That's it. Yeah. So the Skydance deal. That's right, Darth. That's the one that we're talking about. All right. Where were we? What are we doing? What are we talking about? I just want to say I am the worst because Lance actually does homework. He has lists.
I study. I watch those,
and then I come in. Depressed. I come in, and then I mess it all up.
Squirrel. You know what? I'm starting from the beginning, everybody. We're on Damn 38.
Hey, it's Damn 38.
Where I blame the world's problems on those who are able-bodied,
like me.
And since everybody can become unable-bodied, I think it's interesting to everybody. Because I'm looking at these things.
I think I'm interesting to everybody, says
Lance. At the very beginning, yes. Yeah. So at the very beginning, I came up with an idea from our chat last week about Fermi's paradox.
The argument or the...
No, the argument was a whole different thing.
Oh, okay.
Fermi's paradox of assholes. I invented this this week.
The Fermi's paradox is that we haven't had alien races come...
That we haven't had alien contact. Why?
Okay, right.
And I watched... a couple shows on that and things because I thought of it. And apparently there's a dark forest theory where, like, if you kind of plan it all out, if they don't respond, we could get technology and go defeat them. So that's they get defeated. If they do respond, now we know where they're at. We go, we beat them up, we kill them, they're defeated. So the only logical thing would be for the people to attack us. Right? That's what I think. That's in the second book of the 3-body problem.
Oh, have you? I see. I haven't got through the first.
Okay.
One. Yeah. Sorry.
So, well, that's what's. It's really stupid. That takes.
Is it?
Doesn't take game theory. Well, I don't think not that. I don't like the hypothesis because game theory's been out for quite some time, and it shows that cooperation can actually result in better outcomes. And I would think aliens would understand it's not just eat or be eaten between giant civilizations that have space travel. But my Fermi's paradox of assholes has a solution that maybe they saw our stuff and said, wait a minute, they actually hate each other because of this difference in skin color. Even though they're the most hideous objects on Earth or in the universe, they are hideous. One's got a stem, and that one's supposed to be superior to the one with lumps. I don't think so. So then they said, those guys are assholes. Right. Let's not talk to them.
I could see, I could see us being the trailer park of the universe, where maybe like, and also our planet is all this crap hanging around it. Like we're like Pigpen in space. You know what I mean? So maybe it's just that they're like, wow, that is some seriously, Well,
what would the furthest? When was our first radio signal sent out that would be something they could pick up?
I am sure someone in the chat would tell us.
Probably 100 years ago. There was radio.
Yeah.
And there was definite racism and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we still kept that alive. We still kept
brought it back.
Yeah,
we're so brought good, it back. We brought it back.
We've got a renaissance.
We're going for it.
It's the racist renaissance. Renaissance. There you go.
Stargate Atlantis, #1 series. True.
What alien would seriously want to come visit us? The planet, yeah, this is beautiful places, but the humans are definitely the cancer on this planet. You wouldn't go to see a cancer for fun. Ooh, AP Kilby and I are on the same wavelength, man.
Really? Yeah. I kind of thought you would at least look at one.
Like a cancer. It's true. I would. Ooh. What am I saying? Of course I would. I would totally go.
Of course you would. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
AP Kilby says having cancer, I can say for definite isn't fun. Oh man.
Yeah, I could. Sorry about that, dude. Yeah, that sucks.
Apparently, you know how you get cancer?
Not drinking enough water.
Just get older. You wait long enough, your body will
We'll stop doing the good thing.
I think that's why. And you know how I learned that?
Getting older?
From James Gurney's that too. From James Gurney's Kurzgesagt videos.
Well, I've come up with a counter theory. It's because you guys had sex and you get all these germs. I'm doing that because since I've not done that thing, that I will not get cancer because of that. So there.
Really? That's what you're clinging to?
Well, it's I got to cling to something.
Well, there's a lot of religious organizations that believe that.
No, I hate that.
Your moral, that.
No, not morals. Yeah. I'm just saying it wasn't available to me, and you guys got to have the fun.
I know.
I get to not have the cancer.
There you go.
So,
there you go. Go for Fluffer has it. November 16th, 1974, first radio signal sent into space. Yeah. LARC, the first powerful enough broadcast was in the 1940s. Previous radio and TV wouldn't have been strong enough not to degrade over a relatively short distance. So look at that.
Oh,
we have conflicting views on this.
Oh,
all life is comparable to cancer in the way that it spreads to fill the available space. Ooh.
In a way,
that's an interesting point.
We seem to fill.
We don't. Yeah, sorry.
Certain niches ecologically, right? So other things keep them in check. Whereas cancer runs rampant, which is why James Gurney, the super scientist Buckaroo Banzai of the 2020s, is coming up with a predator for cancer or
for bacteria.
Other germs.
Phages.
The phages he's doing it for cancer too.
The phages fight bacteria, not cancer.
Why is he quitting so weirdly then? Come on, do cancer. There's way better money in that.
There's a way better. When you don't have to worry about the science behind this stuff, see how much fun it is? You could just put content out about anything. This is but that's actually the problem. That is the problem. Is that I think there's really well-meaning people out there who are probably trying to figure stuff out or they say the wrong thing, like but if you just keep that stuff out there and there's no checks on that you just off it goes. That's why, you know what I mean? Like,
gotcha.
It's out in the in the ether now. Like it's and if you don't follow up on the stuff, you don't have the critical thinking to follow this stuff up. It's gonna destroy the whole
universe.
The whole universe, exactly.
And I still think it's not so much me being wrong; it's James is being lazy and not teaching his phages to attack him.
Right, exactly. He is being
lazy. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, great. Wow. Great. So they can fight bacteria? Perfect.
Ooh.
Well, maybe call me back when they're killing cancer. Yes.
Old people have the money, James. Hello.
It's true. It is true. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to our
okay, so that was that. Then we did anonymity. The update for discussion last week, Cato Institute finds that 93% of immigrants arrested by ICE have no criminal history whatsoever or criminal history of violence.
But they've changed that now, though, right? So the rules are now that by not leaving or having the right paperwork to be in America,
you're a criminal.
You are now a criminal. So
right. No, they were doing that anyway.
They can claim that everyone is a hardened criminal because they haven't done their paperwork.
And if you look up the Cato Institute, it's a libertarian, kind of right wing with the libertarian thing, but 93%.
Is libertarian right wing? They all sort of turned into sort of.
Well, they kind of are now, especially with the non-interventionist, isolationist thing. Now they kind of are, but they're kind of not. So, but they also agree that, you should be able to make any deal you want to with your boss, including sell your body parts to them and, that kind of thing. So.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but these are people that have been captured by ICE and deported. 93% of those people didn't have a violent.
They're not fitting the violent criminals agenda
like they were putting forward.
Yeah. Okay.
And remember, violent crime could be domestic abuse or domestic disturbance. It could be getting in a fight in a bar, which David practically did
all the time. I practically invented
all the time. Yeah. He and Momoa just about went.
Oh my God!
The fisticuffs.
Oh, the fisticuffs. Yep, it's true.
Yep. Yeah, and also with the Mike Tyson, you basically had to hold yourself back.
God, I forgot about that.
To keep from.
Yep, you're right.
Well, current Mike Tyson, you might be okay. No,
I don't think so. No,
he'd kill you.
He killed me with a look. Jim the Evo says that it's all selfishness. That's why he's not curing cancer. I'm more likely to die of an infection than cancer in my lifetime due to increasing antibiotic-resistant bacteria.
True.
See how Jim manages to take that little science thread and then turn it into doom.
A soul-crushing statement of truth. Yeah. I like that.
Yes, it is. It's going to be me, Flanagan, McGillian, and State. Jewel State's there, too. Oh, my sister. My sister Kate's going, too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Wait. Your sister's going over there?
Yeah.
Jewel's going over there?
Yep.
She's married, huh?
She is, yeah. Yeah.
That's great. I'm happy for her.
You hope you thought that could be it?
I did not think she was totally cute and smart and funny. Nope.
Did you ever watch Firefly?
I did. That's where I know her from.
I loved Firefly. Absolutely loved Firefly.
I did. She was the mechanic.
Yeah.
Like the Fawns.
Yeah. She was great. That was a brilliant part, brilliantly played.
Love her. 1 year. How did that only go 1 year? It's ridiculous.
I had the funniest discussion with someone about this. There was a guy who worked at Sci-Fi, and he was like, we're at Comic-Con 1 year, and he was I think he's probably in his cups at that point, but he said, oh yeah, no, I was working at Fox when that show was on, and the reality is that it wasn't working. People weren't watching it. You know, we had to shut it down. And then all of a sudden, like the next year, everyone was like the movie was coming out, and there's all sorts and everyone was like, oh my God, the show, it's the best thing ever. He then in front of a crowd of people talked about how he fought to save Firefly. And I was like, look, like I was sitting here last year when you telling me that the show had to go.
It had to go.
And now you're like, oh my God, I fought, I cried, I rented my clothing. Yeah.
Now back in the old days, if somebody, they would champion a show like Cheers. It did lousy its first year. Lousy. And then you caught on to who all the characters were and all that.
Yeah, and I mean and pilots are often really difficult too, right? The first episode of a show, it's really difficult to do because the first episode of a show is often setting up the show. That's why the most successful pilots generally were just like the other episodes were going to be, right?
Oh.
But yeah, it's also, there's so much politics and stuff. Yurik says, I've also heard that ICE is avoiding violent gangs so they don't run into armed confrontation. Oh my God.
It would make sense.
So not only are they not prioritizing violent criminals, they're deliberately steering clear of them. Wow.
It would make sense. It's like why Russia invaded Ukraine, because they don't have nukes. So you just invade. Because I mean, when you see them attacking, like farmers, like people picking the vegetables and stuff. That's just
the migrant workers. Yeah.
Yeah, the migrant workers, and one of them fell off a building and died during the raid. But ICE is saying that wasn't them. It wasn't their fault. They just scared the guy. And he fell.
Natural
causes.
An interesting sort of counter story to that was that my I'm a Genius chat last week was was with a woman who grew up as the daughter of migrant workers and then is now at
Martin Logan. Martin Logan.
She was at JPL, and now and then she went to what was it called? I can't remember the name of it now, but absolutely amazing. Just like extraordinary story about how talk about merit-based a job placement, and chances are she would probably they would try to boot her out as DEIA because of the color of her skin,
and she's a woman. Don't forget that's an inferior person to put in that job.
God Almighty. Anyway, so just it's that's so she literally came up from working in the fields with her parents at age 6 or 7 or what it was. Yeah, it's amazing. I would say to people you should check out that interview because it was really very cool. Lockheed Martin, thank you, Darth. Yeah, she's a Lockheed Martin space now, and so works on all of their stuff there. It's incredible. All right, sorry.
So once you have people working in the rocket science or all these massively difficult jobs, I don't know if you remember last week. I got a bit weepy because I had to prove, despite my disability, I was better for the job
than
a walkie, right?
Right.
And I'm sure it's the same
than a walkie.
Yeah, for an Abe, right?
Okay, all right, yeah.
So, same for her. She probably had to be better, whereas that's been turned on its back and rearranged by the current administration. That no, we're screwing perfectly great white men out of jobs, but no, these people deserve it too. They just weren't given a chance. I don't know, whatever.
It's that weird situation of, well, we all worked hard, and yes, but some of us had advantages just by the nature of the color of our skin compared to other people. This is stuff you just don't take into account unless you've had to experience that stuff, and that doesn't make you less of a person. It doesn't make you. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's just something to be aware of. That's all. And this just seems to be like an FU. Like it's like that wonderful joke about the Trump's government is a bit like a horse loose in a hospital. And they said, so now that if there's a horse loose in a hospital, everyone thinks they can use the N-word. And it's like, what? Yeah. They're not connected. How are they? You know what I mean? Like it's. Yeah.
Did you talk to? Wait, no, sorry, I missed it. Did you say, was that Jimmy Carr that did that?
I think was it? It's not. Is it Jimmy Carr?
I can't remember.
No, isn't Jimmy Carr the older kind of snarty guy?
Yeah, he's a English.
I like him too, though. I gotta say,
snippy guy.
Yeah. Not that guy. He's another guy. He was on like the Late Show and stuff. He's been interviewed a few times about stuff. I gotta run for 2 seconds. I'm giving you the floor. No, I'm giving you the floor, and it's not gonna be pretty. I know.
Make sure you don't have any audio with you.
Oh, okay. I'm bringing audio with me. I'm gonna go into the bathroom, and you're gonna.
Wait, you made me small. And you
big. This is the way to do it.
I feel like that's the backwards.
I think I should totally have done that. That's way better. There you go. Try that.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so let's see. Validoom. This meant it in certain. Because you're saying it was in widescreen. What year did Firefly come out? Do we know? Oh, I don't know if it's Jon Stewart. I was thinking Mulvaney too. It might have been Mulvaney. Mulvaney. Yeah, the guy married to Olivia Munn, who was Elektra in one of the X-Men's. I'm doing really good, Phoenix. Yeah, pretty dang good. I'm looking forward to trying some stuff. I'm gonna call a friend to see if we can get this GoFundMe up and going better. Maybe have a few million people watch it instead of because I'm trying to get where I can use a computer, and if I could use a computer, my ChatGPT would help, and AI would help a lot. I could do some programming. I want to make an AI that helps people get on programs or find accessibility equipment. It'd be cool. 2002. Okay, see, so that would have been right when 16:9 was only available for like rich people. Most monitors and most other video like TVs and things would have been 3x4 at that time. Yeah, I know. We feel old. 2002, that was like, oh crap, 23 years ago. No, Psylocke, you're right. I am just a wealth of misinformation today. Did I ever tell you about that time I met Santa Claus? Great guy.
What have you done?
I broke some things. It's okay. Who's better, you or Tyduck?
What?
Alan Tyduck.
Oh, Alan's amazing.
So you're saying he's better?
Yeah. Better at what?
Being famous.
Oh, he's better at being famous for sure. I'm better at being an asshole.
Don't you think? But you're not. I mean, you can be an asshole. You've been pigeonholed.
I have pigeonholed myself. I have a lean and hungry look. I have a Cassius look to me. That's what it is. I look a little dodgy. You know? Yeah. I know.
I guess you just look ornery. But like I could see you and Tyduck. You'd be great on Aliens. Like some alien from his same planet that came down to I
think they just canceled it though.
Well, son of a bitch.
Isn't that Resident Alien or whatever it's called? Or
I love it. Well, it's on right now. They might have canceled it, but it's showing new episodes.
Yeah. I think unfortunately this was the last season. Isn't Jewel in it now?
I don't know. I haven't seen the new season. I love the show though. Did you see when Fillion was
I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched it?
I don't have. I'm watching. I'll tell you what I'm watching.
It's hilarious.
I'm watching Snowfall right now, and I'm loving it. But it's some dark, twisted stuff.
Is that the train? No, Snowpiercer. Sorry.
Oh my God! You say this every time. Every time you do the train thing. Snowfall. I'm telling you, it's amazing. But it's a gritty urban drama.
Well, I've seen Snowfall, and it can be pretty. But it's not that big a deal.
Well, this is actually cocaine, so it's
oh.
Phoenix Sterling thinks that I'm actually perfect at being famous.
See,
there you go.
That brings their that's pretty much an A+ answer.
Oh, Vicky's getting all nostalgic and talking about her Amstrad CPC.
What's that?
464. I'll never forget the sound of the tape loading. Old PC. Well, was it a PC? It was like before PC, wasn't it? It was like, I think it's an Amstrad, not an Amtrad. Is it? Maybe I've got it. Maybe there's another one that I didn't know about.
I think Amtrad is when you're like a traditional wife computer from like the 50s.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Lance, you should go live even when David isn't available. Agreed.
That's what I said. I've been telling him this. Otherwise, he's waiting around for me the whole time.
But then David will escape. He'll be like, "Oh, I'm doing a thing," and then he'll just disappear.
And
we'll never see him again.
Yeah, like
being a jerk on his own time.
Like freaking Tech Talk. I haven't done Tech Talk for ages. Because
all the kids grew up.
It's the weekends, right? It's the problem is Saturday. Saturday sucks. Sucks.
Tech Talk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was thinking Tech Bandits.
Tech Bandits.
Holy
oh my God.
Shit.
Wow, almighty. You are operating on like one engine today.
What is happening?
If you look over your left,
happening?
Look out of your left window. Is the engine on fire? Is there something throwing things in the engine on the way?
There's something on the wing. When that guy was selling lobotomies door to door, I should have said no.
Should have said no instead of getting that trial. That one-time
trial lobotomy. Give him half now.
All right. Retro My Bits says hi.
Hi, Retro.
Retro My Bits. That sounds very retro computing.
Yeah.
All right. What else? What's up? What do we got?
Okay. What else do we have? We got 65% people. Mehdi Hassan speaks out.
Oh, yeah.
About his experience debating 20 for right-wing Americans. I like covering this. When I would like to watch it, let's have a safe word. So when I say screech, you put on the brakes and we'll talk about it and then we'll go.
Okay. Is there a place where you want to start it or is it all just?
I said start at 1 minute and finish at 10 minutes roughly. So we might skip
9 minutes.
We might skip. I know 9 minutes.
Death.
9 minutes?
9 minutes.
We'll talk during it.
We'll lose all the TikTokers. Okay, so I'm going to share this one then. I'm going to share this. Okay.
I want you to see the damn fascist that's making more on his GoFundMe or his fundraising than me. And after that, I don't care. I'm just bitter.
So we're going to watch this with...
Okay, what we're watching now, we're watching a guy talking about a guy while we talk about those guys.
Oh my God, this is
So
getting
it's
so meta.
Inception.
It's getting so meta. Yeah.
We're very YouTube right now.
His time in the loony bin. You know, I'm curious.
True.
A lot of respect for the guy.
Everybody,
I like his. Ooh, we need some animations like that.
I did see a little bit of it on my own time.
Did you see the animation? That's pretty cool.
Debate.
That's great.
Debate, right? The 1v20. You know, I think for the most part,
1v20. Oh, he's 20 of them.
Like a lot of these people
20
are
of them.
debate.
Oh, and this is where they have to like tap out as they go.
Debate. They don't.
Well, they vote them out.
So we're doing a video about a guy doing a video about a video.
Educated.
Well,
how are we doing, man?
Yeah.
Also, I have to say,
it's the guy reflecting on the video,
right now. But he wasn't there.
A phenomenal exasperation.
No, the guy in the picture.
He really does. He's got it's
is reflecting on his experience.
Well, oh, really?
Being in the video.
He's actually coming in.
Or the shape of the eyebrow,
yeah.
But it's very, very well communicated. You know, it's very clear.
That is a good exasperated face.
Jump straight into it because we've got half an hour. There's several hundred of you, and there's already a lot of questions. Let's just jump straight into it because we've got half an hour. There's several hundred of you, and there's already a lot of questions in the chat. Let's see.
And who is this guy?
Let's start.
Mehdi Hassan.
Okay.
This is Teo.
Barry Price says,
I recommend you go look at it.
As you were attacked by these people. I didn't feel great, Barry. I'll be honest with you. It's not easy to put a brown Muslim immigrant into a room full of white supremacists and then expect to...
Jubilee kept the tame shit. Apparently it got really racist. Yeah, because Jubilee is a right-wing organization.
So if you think about it, or you don't have to think about it, what happened was he was supposed to go debate 30 or 20 right-wing people. It turned out they're the kind of people that would say, go home. You should go home. You aren't a real American because he's American, just like you.
Right.
So he got, I don't know, he's a very secure in himself person, very smart. So he didn't crumble.
Who is he? Like, who is he? What does he do? He
used to be on MSNBC.
Okay.
They fired him for covering Palestine too much.
Oh. Wait.
Right?
What?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can't show the OG vid because Jubilee is like crazy and they would probably strike us. So we can't watch the actual video. Do you kind of get what I'm putting down there?
So so we can't watch, but there is an actual video out there that's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. It's quite fascinating. But okay, go ahead.
All right, here I go.
They cut it for the benefit of right-leaning people. If you go there and it's like a right-wing versus left-wing thing, they will structure it to maximize the watchability, the zeal. And the fact is that for the kinds of people who watch Jubilee 1v20s, they're more interested in seeing like the right-leaning argument expressed in the most coherent, cohesive way.
Well, sorry, hang on. I'm going to screech it for a second. So Jubilee is the name of the channel?
Correct. And they're the ones that pay. Like they'll fly somebody out that's a significant figure, like say on the left.
And try to make them look bad.
Well, it could be on the other side too. The person in the middle has been Jordan Peterson before.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
And it was supposed to be one theist versus 20 atheists, but Jordan Peterson's too stupid to do that. So he kept doing like, well, what is Christianity and what is belief? And weird crap like that. So they had to just change.
He's like that kid at school, who argues by questioning every single word in the sentence.
By pedantics, isn't that what it's called?
Is that what it's called? Oh man,
I think so.
That's where pedantic came from. That's good.
Yeah.
I ever go back?
If it gets too boring, we can skip to the 9. But go ahead.
Skip to 9? No, not yet.
But you can't play too much into the left-leaning side because they're the correct one. You have to create that impression of balance.
That's why I like this kid.
In truth, 99% of right-leaning discourse is just open hatred, If you take a look at the way Nazis behave when they go on Jubilee and they're like, I'm just concerned about the demographic replacement, You go on Stormfront and they're like, N-word, N-word, N-word. Like that's even showing
that's what he cracks me up sometimes.
How they act like when they have the cameras on them.
So is this like the window?
It's like
this
you're
is like
doing them a favor,
this guy is
right?
a window
Because
into
the
this
reverse
stuff.
isn't the case.
Is that
You
what
tend
he
to
does?
look at like
watching-
left-wing circles,
At some
and what do you
point,
see?
somebody's
Like
going to be
internal
watching
discussion,
you and I
polyamory and
watching
policy
this
woke,
guy,
and people
watch that
arguing
guy.
over.
Well, we should watch ourselves watching this stuff as well. You know,
Let's go up to like 8 minutes, because I just wanted to hear his final words. This kid said something real smart.
8
Well,
minutes.
he's 30.
8 minutes.
Somewhere around there.
Around there.
Thanks. You're great. Man, you're good at this,
the
David.
Immediate recall. Obviously, I'm older and grayer now. The memory isn't as good as it was, but I do cram a lot of stuff in. That's one thing. Two is I live and breathe this stuff. So, a lot
They're
of it
just
was
saying,
already
how
there
did he
because
do
I've
it?
debated this stuff for years. And three, response for everything. Unfortunately, for my sins, I spend a lot of time watching what the far right say. I watch Fox.
Me too.
I read right-wing sites. I'm familiar with their arguments. So
Agonizing, genuinely agonizing. I legitimately do not have the character for this. I feel like I've basically gotten the gist of the
I don't like drug abuse either.
I see.
Argumentative style. The way it shifts on a dime to make a new point that's contradictory to the previous one. If it's
okay, pause. Screech.
Screech.
Do you remember when we were encountering this with Kevin and Wally? They kept changing the subject. You'd get them on one thing, let's say ICE, and then they go, but what about Obama? And you're like, what the hell? What do you mean Obama? And then they'd flick back to some other subject completely. And it's like a strategy, except I don't think it's a strat. I think it's how they're thinking about things.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. I mean, I find myself doing that all the time as well. I especially if you get upset about something too, you tend to sort of go, but then and if you can't get your thoughts together.
Right. So like you when you're at the post office,
don't you also
and or bank, gotcha.
or in the kitchen,
or just outdoors.
or just awake. I guess, but I also feel. Do you not feel like there is a new sort of there's an energy to it now that's out there, that there's a kind of it's like it's no, my job is to offend people now. I want to offend people because offending libs is the mission.
I think so.
To some extent.
Somebody
it's a bit like that. Oh, there's a horse loose in a hospital. Let's say the N-word. Yeah.
Somebody that interviewed you, they've kind of gone poo, and they constantly put on Twitter like, "Oh yeah, I'm winning so much. Are you tired? We're tired of winning. We're winning so much." And like because of the deal with Europe and stuff.
Oh, okay.
When it's all fake and lies and who cares? We're getting.
Do these people think that it's fake and lies?
No, they love it, and they're trying to trigger people. It's all about triggering. It's all about being abrasive. It's all about being negative. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty bad,
Well, it's being negative towards left-leaning sentiment, right? Because they seem to be mostly that like a lot of this whole right-wing stuff seems to be very sort of folksy family, church and
well, that's what they think, kind of yeah.
But then they have this, but there's a kind of a palpable hatred for any other.
I hate conspiracy theories, but I really think there might be a component to like Russia doing some social media manipulation. I mean, if you look at the Mueller report, literally Russia would say, "Woohoo, Black Lives Matter, let's meet here." And then they would also put out a different post. Oh, what about white people? And then they would say,
they gave money to both sides of that. There's actually been documented money has gone. Well, I shouldn't say that because I read somewhere.
We will say though they have stirred up using both sides. They have put out counter information.
Yeah, and that is also that's a tactic that they've been doing for forever, right? I mean, I think that's that they basically just an enemy in disarray is better than an enemy, as a cohesive agreeing collection of people, right? I mean, it's like
Right.
if you can get everyone mad about everything, then that's fantastic. And I think
then they're going to do silly things.
And they've weaponized it through the social media as well. So
like they'll withdraw from the world and get rid of all their allies and snuggle up to their enemies. It's so weird.
It is very strange. I mean, it's weird though reading, like, so there's a bunch of papers here, and some of them more right than others. And the ones that are more right definitely play on fear. There's a huge amount of fear.
Yes.
And I guess maybe that's why they're so angry, is because they're scared, like that, they're scared that if people are allowed to be trans, then someone might be trans, you know what I mean? Like, or that, I mean, or that that they might be missing out on something. I don't understand the missing out thing. Someone said something. I should just scroll back for a second, because there's something I saw in the chat which I thought was interesting.
While you're scrolling and looking, what do they mean when they say white replacement? Like, they're literally talking about, since we're dating across races and making babies, that gets rid of white people, and that's like a genocide. I don't get that. We're humans.
But
we're humans above.
And also, aren't they technically, by their own rules, then wouldn't they be half white as well? Wouldn't they also
because
acting the black or
because white's pure. And a trace, just a drop of the impure.
I'm sorry, I should have been thinking more
eugenically. Yeah,
I apologize. I shouldn't. That's it. Yeah,
if a rotten apple spoils the barrel.
It was Phoenix. Phoenix Sterling says that there's a strong hatred of empathy, and I think that's a really interesting point. That I think that there's an equating of empathy to weakness.
Right, and so Elon Musk said the major problem with the West right now is overweening empathy. So
again,
and that's
the Department
of
Government Empathy. Like, I think we need a Department of Government Empathy. Because I do feel like if we were a little bit more empathetic, perhaps we wouldn't be quite so selfish in our
or scared. I think you'd be less scared if you could put yourself in this person's shoes, like a migrant. They're not that scary. They're really not actually breaking the law. They break the law less.
It's the extremes, right? I mean, that's the other thing, is that we always play the extremes. We always look at the extremes. We always the newspaper doesn't report no one killed today. They report knife fight and whatever.
But if you lived in America illegally, which you probably did because you were a ne'er-do-well back in the day, but wouldn't you follow like traffic laws more, strictly, and make sure you don't get any run-ins with the law? Right. That would be your strat.
And also the border. I just made sure that I mean, well, to be fair, I'm don't just play a coward on television. I'm a big stickler for the rules, so I tend to be overly paranoid about that stuff.
Right.
And I was very, very concerned. Very, very concerned. My one of my exes was a big smoker, and I was always concerned about that. It was still illegal in California at the time. So
was it?
Yeah. So I was always like, you can't drive around with that crap. Like, it's gonna, anyways.
Keep going real quick. Oh wait, education helps with empathy. I like that. That's why they got rid of.
Well, it depends on the education, right? It depends on the education, because the other education, you can also educate kids not to be empathetic at all, right? I mean, it just depends on how you're. I
feel like kids would tend to be selfish, and they have to be taught to share. But that's cool. That's what we always do. If you went through the list of this anti-empathy stuff, and say, okay, so you want your kids to win awfully, lose awfully, make sure they throw chairs and things when they lose. When they have something in abundance, make sure they eat it all before anybody else can get it. That kind of stuff. They wouldn't go for it, but it's still what they are pushing forward as an agenda. Okay.
It's fine. AP Kilby, and there was another thing about this.
AP says lots of good stuff in Phoenix.
And Valadoom as well was saying that no, was it Valadoom? Yeah, it's AP Kilby. Yeah, was saying that don't we all originate from like a single lineage, from Africa somewhere? But that's not the problem, is it? Right? That's not what people are upset about. They're upset about the fact that some people have white skin and some people don't, and that there are obvious differences, and they're seen as white is seen as good, and people of color are seen as somehow less than perfect in some way because the only thing that they grew up with is their own little white enclave of power and government. And I mean, it's one of the big issues that comes up in this AI book that Elizabeth Zed recommended was all of this incredibly biased data. When we talk about an intelligent, what is intelligence? It's that intelligence is going to be defined differently by different people in different parts of the world. And the fear is that AI, the tech bro AI, is a very sort of eugenics approach, sort of very white approach to technology, which I'm not sure I entirely agree with, but it was an interesting
I think point. The tech, if you read or listen to, let's see, who are all the South Africans? We got Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. This Curtis Yarvin is somebody they all listen to, and he believes in going back to a monarchy or at least an autocrat. Somebody,
congratulations, we're basically there.
But it's who all the big tech bros listen to.
Really?
Curtis Yarvin. Check him out and see what an effect he has had. Who owns ChatGPT and got into a kerfuffle with
Sam
Musk? Altman. He's in on that. So it's weird, dude. They want to go back to a monarchy where the people who deserve it, who are worthy, have the power. You can't just vote somebody in because all the plebes are voting those people in and they don't know anything.
Well, yeah, and there's that selfishness and lack of empathy where you go like, I know better. I know all the answers. So there's that tendency to sort of want to control everything. It's the Socratic philosopher's king, isn't it? The idea of like there being a benign dictator who's actually just a very wise philosopher. He should run everything. The problem is, it's again that someone said it, absolute power, absolute corruption.
Well, and the problem is a lot of those philosophers, they just would sit around and talk for sandwiches and wine, right?
Yeah. That's like having an actor.
That's what they like doing.
Yeah.
Right. It's like having an actor run because they just want food and people who listen. That's all they want.
It's fascinating watching the Snowfall series because it takes place in a time that I was.
That's the one with the train, right?
Yes, the one with the train. Yes, sir. No, Lance. But it talks about like L.A. in the 1980s and the brownouts and the blackouts and the riots and the rise of the drug gangs and the battles, and it's fascinating because it's just so funny to see it sort of documented in a story like way. And I'm like, oh my God, like I remember all of this stuff. Like it's just, I mean, don't remember it personally, but I remember it newsworthy of the time.
You know what's weird? During that like 1984, 85, my brother had a pager. He wasn't even a doctor.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
weird.
I mean, I
so
guess
weird.
People like pagers. That was it.
Yeah,
the pager. My God, the pager's all over that thing.
Yeah. He had a pager and got himself one of those portable phones way before they were cool.
Really?
Affordable, yeah.
You can afford it. Why not?
In the 80s, think about it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even graduate from high school.
Yeah.
He's a go-getter.
Valadoom is saying that the government has introduced their Online Safety Act into law, which wouldn't look out of place in China.
Yes, we're talking. That's the English law where they're.
Wait a second. I thought we've done the same thing in the States, though. Aren't there like
we're pushing towards it? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that's probably going to go through, doesn't it?
Yeah, probably with the way they're pushing everything, and it might just be an executive order. And since Trump is in charge of everything that it might not become a law, but it'll be how we do things.
It's how the businesses will align themselves to that because, although right, again, if Europe's also doing it as well, I guess then yay, we all get to do it together. I worry about the problem with age verification is everyone has to do it. And we've seen incredibly shameful breaches of personal data. I cannot imagine how like the hackers have just got to be like, oh, bring it on.
Oh, here we come.
Yeah, driver's licenses for everybody.
Yeah. Social security numbers. What?
Which I think are already gone, to be honest. I think the social security numbers are basically already being hacked. Everyone is.
Well, yeah, they're going to replace that with that tattoo in the inside of your lip thing. But yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, shivers. Are we going back to the video?
Let's go. Let's just try. We're almost
constantly engaging with it, Used to? Yeah, and then I got sick of it. I spent like several years.
I don't know you, so I don't care.
Oh, it froze, but I'm also pausing it. When did you last actively research the planning? The exact ways you... I just don't know what warrants research. I want to genuinely one of the best sources of information.
Have we missed it?
Never mind. I think it was like right around 10 minutes.
Right now.
Right around 10 minutes.
Will we do research streams
try
this kind of policy?
Okay.
I'm genuinely curious. What conservative talking points right now do you think deserve research? I actually mean that. Like, what aren't the most obvious, cynical, low IQ, immediate, like reflexive defense of anything Trump is doing? Because my thoughts right now is that there aren't any. I genuinely can't think of any. Now, there are lots of things that I think deserve research.
Someone was saying,
right?
what
like, for
good
instance,
things
I've always been really interested in policy.
Oh, wait, let's pause this. What's that?
Remember someone said, whoever said like, well, I bet you can't even list one thing that Trump's done that's good. And I realized I couldn't think of any, but then I thought
we did.
Penny. They got rid of the penny.
Oh yeah.
The penny.
We said Project Warp Speed.
That's smart,
And the penny.
And the penny. That seems good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Just thought we'd throw that out there.
There you go. He's winning.
All right.
You can shut this off. I'm over it. He said something clever
about
that I liked, but it was more like,
who said it? Was it the guy with the beard or the guy
the guy with the beard said it? So, but I'll find it later and I'll get the exact time.
All right. Well, that was a disaster.
It's the high school history teachers.
Terrible.
Yeah, it was. It was awful.
That was
dude.
awful. We're never doing that segment again.
Let's cut that out. Cut that out.
Pretend you never saw that, everybody.
Everybody flash. Okay.
We are speeding towards a world where you will need a digital ID to access the internet. I mean, that's it. The anonymous internet. Well, this is what's gonna. So, like, my hunch is we're gonna go to splinternet rather than internet, right? I've heard that term.
What's that?
The idea that the internet will just be splintered into lots of little separate networks. So, if you want your freedom network, you're gonna have like an internet that's just for you.
Oh no!
And you're gonna have your empathy network, and that'll be, all the wokes will be there, like us. And the network could end up, and then it'll also be split up by country or by politics or by, that basically the internet will be split. I think that's probably the way things are going to go. And also, I think we're going to have to pay for stuff because I think we're going to have to, if we want news that's unbiased, or as unbiased as we can get.
Yes.
We're going to have to pay for it because I don't know how, we can't, the governments aren't going to cover it. And it immediately gets, I don't even know how to do that stuff. I don't even know how you do journalism.
Well, we used to have that. Okay. We had a fairness doctrine that I think FDR put into place because TV started right about then, and it wasn't until Reagan came in and got rid of it. You had to schedule so much of your day had to be news that was paid for by the network, or else you wouldn't get your license to broadcast. Pretty easy if you ask me.
So how did they make their money? They made their money just with ads
on all the other shows, your honeymooners and all that.
I see. Okay. So as a prerequisite for being able to play the stuff that everyone wanted to see, they'd also put on the nightly news.
Right. And then that became a badge of honor in a way if you were sending people right there to the war front or really doing some good investigating and it wasn't.
And what do you do in an internet world then? But that's because when anyone can have a channel.
I don't know, dude, because I like that, but what do you do? I don't know how you force people to be exposed to other ideas. What are we going to do?
I know it's weird, isn't it? Because you go like, here's the other problem is when I look stuff up, I'm automatically going to get a bias because whether I want it or not, the algorithm is going like, what is this guy like? This guy doesn't want to see right-wing assholes saying stuff. He wants, New York Times and NPR and like, so we're in bubbles whether we want to be or not because of the algorithms that are doing this stuff. So
do you fight the algorithm and like look up stuff you want?
I do. I've also, I think I started talking about this, but I got distracted. But was the idea that like we have a bunch of newspapers here, and I try to read the headlines from all of them. Not every day, but I like to go in and see because I want to see what the focuses are, and the focuses are completely different, completely freaking different.
Yes,
the right wing ones are all about the climbing violence rates and the fact that there's a million empty condos, but apparently there's a housing crisis, and like there's all these sort of like threats to the way Canada is, and there was one thing that I was reading which I agreed up to a point with was that Canada should be, if Canada stepped up right now, we could be the new America. Like we could be,
I think so.
We could be like the bastion of private healthcare and public healthcare, right? By having people from other countries come in because of the great healthcare system we have, as opposed to right now, we're just like we're stumbling along, just trying.
And you could also hold forth those ideals that we had in the the 30s and 40s and 50s. I mean, they were racist too, but there was a pre-nostalgia or an idea that we were, the America's melting pot is the melting pot of the world, and if you come here, you'll get a fair shake.
We're the cultural mosaic. We're not the melting pot.
There you go.
We're a cultural mosaic. So the idea being that you come and you stay. You come and you stay who you are, even though you're staying in Canada. So there's pockets of different communities and stuff, which I like. I mean, that's what makes for great sections of restaurants from different countries.
Okay, I
you
like
get these
that.
little communities of people. The only issue you get into, and again, one of the things that was the fear that was being pitched in the more right wing news was like, yes, but as a result, all of these terrible regimes are sending people here, and they're setting up shop, and they're in the Indian areas. There's so it's just
Okay, that's what let's think about this.
And there's some validity to it. That's the problem. There's some,
I guess, but we're not. I don't feel like I can give their arguments any kind of worth like that, because that's not really what they're arguing. Like, for instance,
no, they're arguing against immigrants is what they're doing.
Right here, they're saying, look, you got Chinatown, you got little Puerto Rico, you got this and that. They're not trying to integrate. They're staying separate. They're not Americans. They're their own thing. Okay, why is there a Chinatown? Because when the Chinese were brought here to work on the railroads and shit, we didn't let them integrate.
Didn't let them integrate at all. Exactly.
So they went and made their own place, and now they're scum because they made their own place. There's no winning. I don't know what they. I
remember in the LA riots, someone saying like, look at this. They're all, all these Filipino guys are running these. They've all run these grocery stores and stuff. And how's that fair? And they're like, well, wait a second. But what do you mean? They came here and they started a store. But again, it was just the idea that anyone else has somehow this fear that someone else has had it easier. Like or that someone.
It's weird, isn't it?
And I feel like I mean, I almost feel like it's a guilty reflex. Like it's like maybe I haven't worked as hard as I should have, or what, what I mean? Like
maybe, or what if this is a good deal of luck and circumstances beyond my control, then I could lose it just as easily.
Well,
and
coming from you, that's an interesting take, because if you think about it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm only moving around because I'm lucky enough to not have.
Well, you planned ahead. You got born with the right genes. Good job.
But that's what I mean. Like, I mean, it just depends it depends who you're born to, basically. I mean, and where you're born. Because I mean, you're born in Russia, you're born in Africa, you're born in, I mean, there is a completely different upbringing than right away. You've got a different setting.
And we can't say those are bad ways to live. They're just different. And there's different measures of success and different measures of smart. And I don't know. I don't know.
People are chatting up a storm today.
Yeah, I love our chat.
I know.
I saw a show about the VP. He said something like that he wants to deport most Americans and keep the ones who have been born and bred here. Did you see the VP has an Indian wife, not Native American, like from India wife, and he's like, ooh.
I don't
Ooh.
I don't understand. I just don't understand. And who's born here? Then kick out the whites. Then.
Well, that's what's weird.
You want to go back? It's none of us belong here.
We have to go back to just the right time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But that's every argument comes back to when is the right time to start the clock and say that we're.
This is when I started getting scared. You remember when they used to say back in the old days when I was a kid, and then they started moving it back in the old days, pre-65 and the Civil Rights Amendment. And now they're going back, Trump's like, man, those guys at 1900, the robber barons, they knew how to live.
So J.D. Vance's wife is from India.
Yeah.
How does, I just don't know how that squares up at dinner at night. Like, how does that, I have a great day today. I think we've basically made it impossible for people of color to work in this country unless they were. And
remember, he was a big center in their push to get rid of those work visas for programmers and things. And there was a big attack on people from India getting those. What are they called? B1 something.
Yeah. There was the employment thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's pushing that agenda saying, why are we bringing these people from India and not using Americans? It's just because they'll take less pay. And it was like, well, that's capitalism. If you want to change that, you're going to have to put some laws and restrictions.
Well, it's like we want to bring in people to do the jobs we don't want to do, but then we want them to leave again.
And they're getting really pissed about the idea about there's jobs. There's no jobs Americans don't want to do. They want to pick blueberries and cabbages and shit. Bull crap. You put a fat ass American out there. I'll say it, a white guy. Like if you out in the field, you would die of a 3rd-degree burn after, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's just the way it is. So
it's bizarre. It's bizarre. Yeah.
All that bending over for 12 hours a day, you would die.
Yes, India has a class system. That's an interesting one too. Yeah, I mean that's wild. That whole system.
And the fact that the movie. Go ahead.
The
caste system. The movie. Dazed and Confused. Spike Lee.
Yeah.
It was about.
No, that wasn't Spike Lee.
Are you sure?
I don't think you mean Dazed and Confused.
Was it?
Wasn't Dazed and Confused the one?
That was the Linkletter. Musical.
That was the Linkletter one, wasn't it? Dazed and Confused.
Wait, what's the one where they're at Howard University and it was light-skinned blacks versus dark-skinned blacks?
I do not know this one.
It was like his second movie.
Someone will get it. One of our wonderful chat people will get it.
Somebody get it.
Someone will get it.
Please.
It's probably going to be James Gurney, but anyways, Nigel Farage's wife is a resident non-dom. She's German and as much
non-domestic.
As he bangs on about taxes, she and he don't pay taxes. But this is the thing is, I don't. Again, it's a fact. It's like the rules don't apply to us, right? There's there's always this. Everyone feels like they're the exception to the rule. Well, there's rules, but it's just me.
I'm beyond those. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Okay, correction. The wife is American of Indian descent. Her parents are immigrants. That's what I mean, Jenny. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Do the Right Thing?
Do the Right Thing.
Do the Right Thing was the first Spike Lee film. The first Spike Lee joint, as he called it.
School Days? Could it be School Days?
Baltimore? No. All right,
yeah,
I'll have to do.
It had John Carlos D'Esposito, that guy that's in all the shows now.
Someone IMDb it.
It had Samuel L. Jackson.
To be fair, every movie has Samuel L. Jackson.
School Days. I am sorry.
School Days. School Days. Yeah. There you go.
Okay,
but I can see you got dazed and confused out of School Days. Yeah. There's something on the wing.
Isn't that the one about the train?
Yeah.
But okay, so it's School Days, and it was about the prejudice between light skinned and dark skinned blacks. And actually, the president of Howard University, when Spike Lee came in to talk about shooting it there, the president of the university told him the person that they cast was too dark skinned to be the president of Howard University, and wouldn't let them shoot there. I am dazed. I'm dazed and confused.
It's interesting though. I mean, like that's the thing about it's racism.
That's the critical race theory.
Racism isn't just white. Like racism is in general. There's racism is a problem, is an innate problem. That
imagine you live in a society that's so freaking racist around you that you actually through osmosis absorb it, and the person who's more closer to white is superior to the one furthest away from white.
Well, and that was always the fear that there was
bizarre.
Around the world that people were like putting freaking things on their skin to try to make their skin lighter because that was seen as a more. And again, where does that come from? That comes from the fact, obviously, that America or Europe as a big white Europe, putting all the ads out for makeup and stuff. It's like, I wish my skin looked like that. So there's all subtle things going on there. Again, I feel like the thing that really got me about this stuff was that it's like you I mean, there are definitely people who I think are who are racist and want to be racist.
Right.
But that's how when people think of racist, that's what they think of. They think of somebody who's running around with like a white hood on and burning crosses and shit. The other side of it is a systemic thing, the systemic side, or a perspective thing. And I think that's something that we just have to stop trying to pretend that we don't have, because the reality is, I think that's part of the problem, is no one wants to be called a racist.
But they don't want to teach that. That's what they've been fighting. All the southern states are taking all of that out of the books. You can't say the founding fathers were racist. You can't.
And that's my concern about this new internet law, is because and I was only thinking about it from the American side standpoint, but I guess you could apply this to Europe as well, although I like to think Europe does make better choices on these things. But is that if you're
true,
so let's say you've got an LGBTQ, there's an LGBTQ forum. Well, to some people that's going to be sexually sexual material that
abhorrent. Yeah.
Right. So then you have to prove that you're over 16. And then who the hell wants to have those conversations if their face is on it?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's another way of shutting down.
Holy crap. You're right. Like, dude, it could literally just be a marriage website for LGBTQ. Right? Just what to think of.
It could be an interracial marriage. It could be anything you want. It can be, it could be like that. This is the problem with it. This is the concern with as soon as you start tying people's. Oh my God, I'm literally the opposite of my argument about face masks. But as soon as you start putting, maybe we'll see. But as soon as you start putting requiring people to sign up and have a name and an address or whatever attached to their information, then I mean, and also what companies, who's storing this stuff? Who's got access to this? Who's going to have a list of everything that my son is going to look at for the rest of his freaking life?
Or what they'll be allowed to let him look at, true. Yeah. Holy crap.
That's my concern with this stuff, is that and again, which is funny because I would have thought it was a very right-wing thing to think, hey, no, hands off my data. I don't want the government shouldn't be making people do anything like that.
That's what it would have been, right? Yeah. But no, they want it to be more religious. Oh, did you see that? That's what they passed that now, or they didn't pass it. It's now an executive order. A boss, like at, say, Home Depot, if they're religious, they can proselytize to their workers and make them listen to it.
What?
Yeah, like you can have.
Okay, have you watched the South Park?
Yes.
I mean,
did you watch it
in school? It's freaking brilliant.
And why is Jesus sitting at your table?
Yeah, why wouldn't you let Jesus sit at your table? Yeah, it was. Sorry, and it's so cleverly. You're talking about art. Talking about art.
Yeah.
I mean, that is. I don't love all the jokes. I find them a bit childish. But at the same time,
childish.
Look what they're doing with it. Like their social commentary is so brilliant, and also their story structure is amazing. The way they build a story and have one thing thread into another, and like the electric vehicle, and they're I'm a proud owner of an electric vehicle, and that's when you go like, that's why
they're going to commit suicide. That's why they're not die.
Yeah.
I like how Butters goes along with it, even though he's pissed.
Yeah, fine. Fine. All right. Yeah, it's pretty.
So,
great.
But did you notice? I loved how the last VO like artificial intelligence.
It was generated. It was
it was so good. Yeah. And but I also like how it was. Trump went through the desert for our sins.
Yeah.
Basically, it was the whole Jesus story.
Yeah.
But for Trump, and then they just showed that he had a small weenie.
Yeah, it's just like I kept thinking like, oh, is there something they could have done differently? But there's a part of me that just goes like, no, like this is the kind of this will eat him up.
He's the only president that at current time we know the structure of his penis, because he's thrown it around so much that women have discussed it under oath.
Yeah, but let's face it, he never had the privilege of visiting Epstein
Island.
Oh my God. Like the sound bites, I mean, you could go mad. I worry Epstein, that it's going to drive us all crazy. I worry that it's going to drive us all crazy.
Epstein didn't have the good common courtesy to not poach other people's help.
That was just so people know. There was the reason why apparently he and Trump fell out was because he crossed a line with Trump.
Yeah.
He crossed a line. He was doing some bad things, which of course you think could have been something to do with the fact that they were, 13-year-olds or whatever.
But it wasn't.
15-year-olds. But it wasn't. That wasn't the issue for him. The issue was that he stole his workers a couple times.
Yeah, he poached the help. Poached the help. You got to make sure you use those words, because that's what he said. So, like when a worker works for you, they are your property and they cannot switch jobs, which indicates to me the libertarian idea of free contracts are bullshit.
Yeah.
And even the owners don't think so. That it's real, because they think they own the worker.
Yeah.
So
no, it's bizarre. I mean, as you say, I think I worry about the conspiracy theory stuff as well, because I go like, are we being played? I think we are being played. I think we're probably being played though by a number of different people and motives and stuff. And so I know that the news that I'm watching is all anti-Trump, all of it. But I've tried.
Not mine. That's why I'm so depressed all the time. But go ahead. Yeah.
What is your news? What is your local news?
I'm doing a ton for this. So I look at it. I know it sounds weird, but I'm doing 40 hours at least of looking stuff up, watching things. I discard a lot. I try, even though that thing didn't work out at all like I wanted it to.
Oh, the video.
That one video didn't work at all.
But I hadn't looked at it, so
that's fine.
I'm not helping you.
No, it's fine. It was boring, and I didn't come through it right. But anyways, so
look, it was worth it just for the jokes about us watching a video of someone watching a video
of a video of
we're like teenagers.
Inception.
We're like teenagers.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at us.
I think Baz would like the show now.
Exactly. Yeah, we're speaking to the youths.
But okay, how about you? The part I'm finding frustrating isn't that I'm in a different camp. Like I don't agree with, not using certain words. I agree. Don't use. Don't call somebody a cripple. But I could say, "Ooh, my leg hurts. I'm a cripple," or something like that. Like I don't know. But it's the logical inconsistency. It's the same thing I feel with religion. When they, am I crazy? or are they crazy? And then you look at it and you figure it out and you go, nope, it's them. And then you want to argue and, and I don't want to argue religion, but go ahead.
And I do think that one of the other issues is that we tend to sort of, I think there's a tendency to go like, oh, I'm a Democrat, so everything the Democrats say and do is fine.
Okay, and that's not me at all.
I'm a Republican, so everything they say is right and fine. Like I've said this and got in trouble before by saying like I wouldn't call them Republicans, the people who are running this.
They're government. Really not.
They're really not, because they're just not. I mean, just by definition, I have a problem with that. I definitely have some Republican leanings to some extent. I definitely have more belief in a smaller government, and
more like Alex P. Keaton, though, right?
I am Alex P. Exactly, a bleeding heart conservative. Yeah,
right. And imagine Alex.
I modeled myself on Alex P. Keaton.
Right, me too.
Up. Yeah.
Imagine Family Ties on right now to be an extreme right winger. Alex would have to be tossing the N-word around.
Yeah.
He'd have to have Confederate flags hanging.
Yeah.
He couldn't just be
to be fair,
social conservative.
Back then we also watched the Dukes of Hazzard, where they literally drove around in the General Lee. So
I had pajamas that had a Confederate flag because it was the Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard. I mean, like that. We're talking about systemic issues. Like, well, we got an audience. Let's give them what they want.
These boys are down south.
They were the good old boys. They were never meaning no harm.
Never mean no harm.
Get in trouble with the laws the day they were born. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. That is good.
That was oh my God, I love that show.
Daisy Duke.
We supported that racism so well as children. It was ridiculous. Yeah. Richard Dawkins. Richard Dawkins is a brilliant. You must have read.
Yes.
The God Delusion.
Yes.
Oh my God, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Who did the Selfish Gene? Never mind.
Also Dawkins, I think.
Was it him? Okay.
I think so. I think it was him too. Yeah. My favorite car is still the General Lee. I know I always like the idea of like jumping in the car without the doors don't open. Which, if you think about it, it's a safety nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
It's an absolute nightmare.
All I could imagine was, me being in the car, bouncing off the ceiling, off the seat, off the ceiling.
Oh my God!
Because I could never see over the dash.
Yeah,
it wasn't until we had a van that I could see the road. Freaked me out.
The best '80s joke that I heard recently was one of my nerdy podcasts. Someone said that the best thing to do is to get into one of those Waymos, like that. And then play the soundtrack to Knight Rider.
Oh,
I like that. I think that's I will do the first time I get into a completely autonomous vehicle. That is what I'm going to do.
We're late.
What
next time? Well, I forgot the Bionic Girl.
Oh God! Well, we should show them that quickly. Let's just
okay. Bionic Girl, guys.
And then I should probably move on because my
I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm pooping out.
Yeah, I'm more tired than you are.
Yeah. Okay, I agree.
What do you know about tired? Let me ask you. All right. So this is just officially for everyone, so you know, this is the worst interview ever. Not worst ever, but it's definitely
not ever.
But certainly one of the worst interviews from a disability standpoint.
It's what irritates me about most interviews concerning the disabled. Can we make this large?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Because
I can.
A 19-year-old British girl has been fitted with some of the world's most advanced bionic hands.
You know what I would call this? I would call this disability porn.
Yep.
And which, as we'll discover, can even move when they're not attached.
And as you said, the technology's freaking genius.
Well, Tilly joins us now. I mean, obviously, you probably don't remember being 15 months old when this all happened to you, but I know that your
I
mum
don't.
said in your hospital you will.
Of course I don't, you freak.
And boy, have you taken that
Aren't
on
those amazing?
and faced it
it's
all
cool.
out completely. These are your latest, aren't they? And they're extraordinary. Just first of all, show us what they can do.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Yeah, so these are made by Open Bionics. These are called the Hero Pro.
But she's involved in the creation of them, right?
Co-design and development of.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, co-design.
Like 3D printed, but they're
like you and Google
strong,
Face.
extra quick,
Game Face.
and the most advanced on the market. So they're muscle operated. We've got these little myopods which track
muscle
movements.
operated.
Squeeze to close, flex to open.
Remember, she said that, everybody.
I already said that. Yeah.
Do anything from like a peace sign to a pinch to a point. and yeah, pretty much anything.
And you can pick up the glass as well.
Are you thinking?
Yeah. Is something that your previous
Yeah.
There you go. Here's the glass.
Don't
do it.
Couldn't do. Could you show us? Would
Yeah,
that
could you pick up a glass and amaze us?
And,
amazing.
any sort of grip mode, whatever
my
it is. If it's
God.
like popcorn out of ball.
It's like you're a human.
Mechanism.
Just to be very clear here, she's fantastic. I can't. Believe,
I love her.
I can't
She's
believe that she is just motoring on despite this ridiculousness around her.
Yeah.
But it speaks to an issue that's come up a few times, right? That the technology that these make us feel better. The arms and what they can do make us feel better for them, because now look, they're almost like us again.
Isn't that great? Well, I used to go to school with a girl that was a thalidomide baby, which was a form of birth control that caused massive, awful birth defects.
Terrible birth defects.
And they forced her. This is up into even our mid-teens to wear prosthetics. You know, the hooks and the rubber bands, and she would have to go get surgeries on her stumps because those stumps would grow bone spurs from being down in there and pushing against the prosthetic. And she wrote really well with her feet. And her feet really weren't their flippery kind of feet. But that's, you know what? Who cares? And she could do really well. Just let her sit on the floor, do her thing. But no, she had to sit in a desk, and she had to do it like the other kids.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, so that she looks normal. We're not concerned about her function. We're not concerned about how she feels. We're concerned about her fitting in. And I hate that.
And it's also that, hey, Andrea's here. How are you, Andrea?
Andre!
What's neat here as well is that you pointed out something that I thought was interesting, was that she's chosen not to go with the usual sort of, skin color, make it look even more like they stand out. It's like they're a statement along with a potentially useful
That's
tool.
what I do like. They're more like an accessory to her.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Celebrating her difference rather than trying to hide it. But I think you're right. The social norms would be like, oh, you poor. There's an engineering approach to these things that tends to be like, how do we fix the problem? Right. And that is almost always trying to replace something with something that's similar to what we have. But when you have a partial limb like that,
you're right.
It may not necessarily be the best thing to have a robotic arm that runs out of power every so often, that has to recharge, that has to, that has limited movement. In some cases, there's a wonderful article I'll try to find. I think I posted it in one of my emails of awesome, but where the writer talks about how I want a rubber stump on the end of my partial limb.
Because so I can shove it straight up your.
Well, there you go. But so I can, because it's perfect for turning pages when I'm reading a book. Everything else is like, like what she's like, just give me a, you know what I mean? Like it was, and the idea that somehow they're required to conform to this stuff. But that said, I think the other thing that's really important to mention in here about her is, and it's such a horrible interview. I almost don't want to watch any more of it, but
I kind of do.
Do you? Okay, all right, fine. But she was involved in the design of it as well, which I think is important.
Do you consciously have to think of the movement? Do you think I'm going to move my finger now and it?
Yeah, there is that little extra thought process because they are muscle operated. I think that's a big misconception.
They are muscle operated.
Right. So there is that thought to muscle sort of connection. So I am thinking.
So you tell your arm what to do.
Yeah, squeeze the clothes, flex it open. I'm conscious of where I'm at in the grip mode cycle as well. And obviously over time, it's just going to get more and more advanced and even less thought.
And does that come with practice and, as you say, improving the tech?
You're good at it out the box.
Get it more coordinated with your thoughts?
For sure. It's the more tech advances, the easier it's going to get and the more accessible it'll be for everybody.
I mean, one of the things this piece of kit does
very bright for 19.
Oh my God, so well spoken. And do you see how the way she
attached?
Yes.
Now I've got to be part of this.
I love that she's also she took what they were saying, and instead of saying, no, you're wrong, she's like, yes, no, absolutely. There's thought involved. The thought operates my arm, which operates the arm.
But yeah, the
that
prosthetic.
Is also, and I have to keep track of where it is in the cycle because she's obviously cycling through different hand movements. It's not like she gets to move the arm the way she wants. She's having to cycle through kind of like our quad stick. You cycle through what routines it has that it's set up for, right?
That you can apply, right? So she's got different grips, probably different gesture mode. Go ahead.
Should we do this together?
Yeah.
What is she doing? What's going on?
Right, oh no, what's happening?
So they're completely wireless. So if you like pull
and twist,
pull and
press
twist.
the button again. Oh my God, I feel like I'm hurting
There you go. I know, right? But yeah, so it can actually operate when it's
okay. That's kind of cool.
Everyone's quite excited about, and that's due to the wireless.
So let me put this down.
So you are thinking.
Does it still work? I'll just move that glass.
Oh my God, with the thinking, with the thinking.
Yeah. Can you do it again?
Yeah. So
no, let me push restart.
It's just like frozen here, so I can just press that button, and from that point onwards, you can make it crawl or do whatever over the table.
But the thing is, you're not pressing a control panel. Your mind is.
Oh my God, with the mind!
It all internally.
It's
like
just
incredible.
Can I ask you? You said that you first.
Yeah, you can put it back.
You said you first came on GMB when you were 8 years old, and back
What's
then,
GMV? I don't
you
know
must
what
have
that
been
is.
using
maybe the show Good Morning Britain or whatever.
Oh,
but also,
GMB. Yeah, there you go.
You had your arm to look like your a flesh-coloured arm.
Exactly.
You've decided to do something quite different. I mean, these are properly bionic in their look.
Well,
why did you decide that?
I'm obsessed with the design, and that's why I feel like co-design is so important. Like before I was even given a hand and a prosthetic that would move, I was given a glove, like a cosmetic glove, and that to me, my family was like, "Why are we doing this? Like it's not something that I wanted to hide. It was something that we wanted to like actually." So
they put a flesh-like glove over it. Okay.
These don't just accept those differences, but they also accentuate it in a really beautiful light. So that's what I like to talk about over my social media. And yeah, you can dress them up different colours, put glitter on them, and I love that. It's just so much more
change
fun.
them like day to day?
It's like an iPod
so
or iPad.
Color,
if you're wearing a different outfit, can you have a different arm?
Match it to your outfit, match it to your mood, whatever it is.
And I suppose psychologically that means that you're brilliant influencing. You're saying to people, not having a hand isn't something to be ashamed of, as in hide it under a glove. It's out there giving you strength and power and appeal.
Exactly. I talk about all the mental benefits.
Yeah.
Like it's so important that they're accessible to more people
we can
as well.
stop if you want.
So we just thought that was funny because first off, just talk about damn dirty Abes. Those are some Abes who just don't quite get it, I'd say.
Right. And then like you and I feel like we'd have asked her, okay, how many crazy things have you done that you have a remote control hand like Cousin It that you could run around,
seriously,
or just hang it off somebody. You could pretend to slam your arm in the door and go, oh, and then your hand falls off and you make it walk across the pavement. That'd be fantastic.
It's, I mean, and it's all used by your thoughts.
By your mind.
By your mind. It's not. It's just so funny. He was so fixated on that. I shouldn't laugh at it because I don't know what their situation was. This could be on at 5 o'clock in the morning and they're not even awake yet.
Well, he said his favorite show when he was a kid or one of his favorites was Bionic Man or $6 Million Man.
Okay.
So, but he just wouldn't listen. Just listen to the words she is saying. She kept saying muscle control, muscle control. Whoa, it's amazing. Are you psychic?
Oh my, the power of your mind is amazing. All right, let's get you out of here. Let's get me out of here.
Okay, bud.
I'm so glad we actually got to talk about some assistive tech as well, because that's I love that. I know we just threw it in at the end, but these are this is what we called it. It was open what was it called? It was open something or another. Open.
Oh, the name of the company?
Open Bionics.
I kind of want to look into it.
Open Bionics. Yeah.
Have you have spoken to them before?
I've not spoken to them, I don't think, but you're saying they're Australian?
You know what? I think I might have misinterpreted that I'm not exactly on.
Let me share this page instead.
It's got an American flag up there.
Yeah, it does. Let me see what it's open by. So here you go. So this is their site for everyone who wants to have a look. It's openbionics.com. You can book a demo. I always feel like these are these now just available?
Does it say how much it costs? Well, no, you're never going to get.
They're never going to give you a price.
Medicaid to pay for it, right?
Hero Pro. Here we go. Hero Pro.
Cost. Because the arm I want to feed myself is $70,000.
Jesus God, seriously? 70,000.
Well, so that'll never happen.
Oh, download brochure, but that's all. They're not going into prices.
They're just never going to tell you the cost. Oh, look, you got an app for it. Is that your mind? Are you running your phone with your mind?
All clinics: California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, New York, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Virginia. Here's the problem that I keep coming back to is this stuff shouldn't. If it's so expensive, then it should just be available, right? You know what I mean? Like, then great, the government should just foot the bill, and people can, I don't. I know that sounds like a socialist, but.
No, but then when it becomes something that will solve problems in general in society, then you make your money. Isn't that what they did with NASA?
Productivity. You get a job. You can do stuff. There you go. It's merit based or whatever.
Well, yeah, but NASA would, spend tons of money to figure out how to flush a toilet in space, right? And then, so they're the loss leader. Then that technology trickles down to the common man, and then you have
quantum computing was freaking weirdo wacko crap like 20 years ago. You know what I mean? AI was everyone had given up on it because it was a waste of freaking time.
Right. So it just while it's helping a small few, but we help them a lot free. It says they start from $6,000. Well, see, that's all you got.
$6,000 is
that's not too bad.
Doesn't seem too bad given that my hearing aids were $7,000. So which is ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a racket. That's a freaking racket.
David, are they brain operated?
They're brain operated. When I think about it, I hear things. Yeah. When I think about things, I hear them. I don't know why you're Australian, but
somehow technology has become.
It's amazing. You know what? These glasses are thought activated as well.
You
when
just think of looking at things.
I just think about looking through things, and all of a sudden they're clearer.
They're clear. What?
That works.
We gotta start. I think Arthur C. Clarke did say you wouldn't, with the sufficient technology, you won't be able to tell it from magic.
From thinking.
They'll be indistinguishable.
Indistinguishable from thinking.
I guess.
All right, get out of here.
Okay, bye everybody.
Wrap it up. Do you want to do your thing?
Sure.
I always I feel like I'm putting you on the spot. Okay.
You do yours first.
I will say it's been a pleasure. Thank you, chat. Very, very kindly. Lovely to see James Gurney in there. Not sure if we saw our fabulous Cal in there. But
so many regulars though. You're all great.
And great chats. Thank you. That was a lovely episode. Thank you for bearing with us as I butchered poor Lance's attempt at organization. So I will say, till we geek again, be brave, be kind, be brilliant, cheerio, and huzzah.
Huzzah. Then my thing is stand up for yourself. God damn it.
Oh, I like that.
Afraid. Yeah.
That's good. I like that. Just stand up for yourself. God damn it.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna say hi to my kid.
Yay.
See y'all. Bye. I keep forgetting it's not just a Zoom call. I have to actually stop it.
You got to do a thing.
I got to do a thing. All right, man. Here we go.